the back straight, and then towards what I colloquially refer to as the S's. By the way, number 44, that's just extra clear, just still in the pit lane now. Take the start for Stuart K. Lost 2 quarters of a lap on the lane. I'll get to that Wednesday. Away from the car now, and they come through Bob Holman forward, and it is still the Nissan in front, so it's Corker that's in the lead in the 85 car, so in the Nissan, but then in second position. And Hickton has actually lost 3 places on that lap, so Harry Hickton is down to 4th position then, so it's the Nissan that still leads this particular race, and it's the 220 machine that's come to its Grimrod that's made a fantastic start. It managed to pass Williamson as well, so the top 4 getting away from the rest of the field in 5th position is Fowler in the Capri, and then the Mustang then of his range, and they are your top 6. Just 1.1 seconds between the first 4 cars. Fowler, Graves Knight, Gustafson, Keneally, and then Williams are your top 10. It looks as though everyone has got through relatively safely this first lap. Like I say, Stuart K has just left the pit lane, and it looks as though everyone else is lying astern. So looking around the circuit, there appears to be no particular issues around the field. The only where Zach is, by the way, just going to sort out the batteries on my particular microphone anyway, which appear to no longer want to work. Into the pit lane, in fact, out of the pit lane is the number 61 car, so that's the Chrysler Avenger. In fact, no, that's a retirement, so the 61 Avenger had problems in qualifying with the engine, and unfortunately, the 61 Avenger doesn't avenge today, so Philip Wattler's car, unfortunately, into the pit lane. So it remains at the front then, so Corker, Grimrod, Williamson, Hickton, very, very close together at the moment. Expecting Harry Hickton, very, very aggressive driver, loves his oversteer, does Harry, to make his way through the field, get back to his rightful position, or as he wants to be the rightful position, at the head of this particular field. Looking round the circuit, it appears to be everyone is managing things relatively well now, so yeah, working on the rest of this lap. The back car managed to complete its outlap, so that complete is now working well. So 15-minute race, of course, so just 11 minutes ago. And the car now coming towards the Norris left-hander then, so it is still Corker in the lead, so Corker and Grimrod are making a break for it, so they have got a second then still 4th position, but he's right up the building now. Williamson is going towards Richards, looks inside, looks outside, let's see if Hickton is able to take him. Dabbing on the brakes, Williamson's making it very, very difficult for him. Oh, massive lock up there for Williamson going into Richards, but he just about holds on to 3rd position. Just about manages to keep hold of 3rd position, but he's going to have a very, very busy next 10 minutes if he's got to keep up like that. Great battles through the rest of the field. Grant Williams, as usual, very, very entertaining coming forward in the XK2. The Ford Galaxy making his way past the Minis has come past the start-finish straight. Very, very entertaining as well. And then the Ford Anglias and the Minis and the Hillman Imps making up the rear. But I'll tell you what, they were ultra spectacular in qualifying, freewheeling through Murray's the final corner. Absolutely fantastic entertainment throughout the rest of the field. Unfortunately, the Jaguar sounds very, very off-song, the number 88 machine. And the 88 machine, of course, driven by Mike Broadway from Stratton-on-the-Foss of all places, but unfortunately, that sounds like a particularly off-song Jaguar, so I'll have to keep an eye on that for the rest of the time then. So it remains Corker, Grimrod, Williamson, Hickton, and as I said, just looking through now as he's going towards the infield section, Corker's managed to keep a good half-second lead there on Grimrod, who made a fantastic start. So it was actually both row 2 men that managed to get to the head of this particular field. With Williamson now holding up Hickton, so we'll have to see as they come down the straight. And Harry's not close enough, so I think that when they'll get down towards the S's, the top 4 will remain in the arm. Again, everyone being very, very well behaved so far. No incidents around the circuit. Tying onto the dirt somewhere, but they're okay. But unfortunately, it looks like another retirement then is the 201 machine. And as we get back to they're just heading back to the pits now for the next couple of vehicles. The first couple of laps of this race. 8 minutes to go. go in this particular session. And still at the head of the field is Jonathan Corker. Very, very spectacular during qualifying. Very, very sensible gap of half a second there on Grimrod in the Escort. Again, it's Hickton versus Williamson on the outside, but still on the inside. But you know, lock up again, Williamson comes into Richards. Not this time, but he's making Harry Hickton really, really working. Williamson defends his position. Great defensive driving. Two completely different cars, of course. The Rover SD1, all grunt, all power. Harry Hickton in the Opel Cadet should be fairly live and been able to take him on some of the tight sections of the circuit, but unfortunately not been able to do so at the moment. So battles all the way through the circuit. So yeah, Corker, Grimrod, Williamson, Hickton. In terms of the Class A in the Pre-66, it's Piers Grange that's still leading that particular race, so he's in 5th position, but a big gap between him and Hickton in 4th place. And then in terms of the rest of the field, it's Gustafson that's leading the F category in Pre-66, Keneally leading the C category, and it is Scott Andrews that's leading the G category. But my fellow commentator has now returned.
I am indeed. Thank you, of course, to the circuit staff here at Snetterton. A fantastic job. A quick pit stop of our own in the commentary box to swap the microphone batteries out, and yeah, we've got some spares now in the box as well. So, hopefully all is good. What's been happening in this race then, because it looks to be quite busy. Still the 85 over Walker that I can see leading the way, which of course after a good start for him, he's seems to be still doing a very good job. Ian's still trying to get his ice cream down after lunch break as well, way back into the box for the beginning of the race, but just 6.5 minutes left to go. You've done a lot of the heavy lifting by yourself, being in the race almost done.
Well, that's right. I mean, we are sponsored by Magnus, but of course, but yeah, it's both the second row cars that remain at the front, so Corker and Grimrod have locked in their own battle, and Williamson and Hickton in 3rd and 4th position have been in their own battle as well. And Williamson has been driving very, very defensively, I believe. Now got 5:58 of the session left, so really you've got the best part over in the next 3 laps to go in the Corker, who's done extremely well this season, the 85 by just under a second then from Grimrod, and Hickton is now looking up the inside of Richards, looks at the outside of Richards. Williamson again takes a very, very defensive line in the SD1, manages to hold him off, and that's been a part of this particular race.
Defensive, and once again the all-orange machine, of course, the 46 trying to look to the outside. The cutback though not quite there as they make their way back into the infield section towards what is turn number 3 here at Palmer, and very quickly trying to chase down the top 2 in this race. The 85 then will lead the 220 as they make their way towards Agostini. Then just in behind that, of course, is the number 11 leading the 46. Corker from Grimrod, Williamson and Hickton. So 2 respective battles, one for the lead and